afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host from Pearl Dane, the one, the only master propaganda hero of sight, defender of the fatherland, of here to 1v1 on Bayeux in the west is Prabuty, fighting here for the Oberkommando West, Germany, Deutschland. Here with 116th Panzerdivision Winhood with Overwatch. In the east it is Pax Ajax, fighting for American freedom, democracy, here with the 3rd Armored Division with Heavy Cavalry, featuring rifle defensive structures, smoke barrages, rangers, combined arms, and the Pershing heavy tank versus Jaegers. Early warning systems for the fatherland, houses, and sectors sold. Double Rifleman versus Fulton's Kuhwagen. Also, a very big thanks to Ross for pledging on Patreon, becoming a patron of the Propagandacast, supporting the work for there. I'm sure Ross is an absolute god out there, with a body like something out of Greek statues. So, big thanks to him. Other people can follow this heroic example, support the work for it by pledging on Patreon. Links are in the video description. So, off to those right here. Steady advance here from Pax Ajax in the east. And somebody here from the west, Prabuty, also steady advance here. Kuhwagen Sturmpioniere. Volksgun is fairly standard opening by now, with the Oberkommando see an early Kugelwagen due to its high mobility and ability to sort of bleed any infantry fairly efficiently, since any damage it takes you can repair any casualties inflicted. I mean, you can't really repair a corpse now, can you? So, Kuhwagen falling back here up north. We got the pumping grab by the Volksgrenadier. Second full squad there for Prabuty. Sturmpioneer here, flanking the right squad here, up maneuvering here, going for the heavy cavalry position here, catching Pax Ajax infantry in a bit of a tight spot, in particular backed up by the Kugelwagen. Northern field point there being seized by Pax Ajax men, steadily applying pressure in the south here. Second Volksgrenadier squad almost done here. Pax not going for a third right squad here, very much indicating either lieutenant or captain here up fast, most likely the lieutenant, but no, he does have to go for the third right squad. Well, alright. Way to go there, to prove me wrong. Kuhwagen there, slowly approaching veterans 1/2 health, but again, it is damage that can be quickly fixed up. So he hasn't really been able to kill many of Pax Ajax men though, so in fact he's actually suffered as many losses with the Sturmpioneer, so he's going to have to retreat the now before actually suffer heavier losses, otherwise this engagement it's not going to be too profitable here for Prabuty, to be honest. Third squad out here, moving in here. Sturmpioneer finally forced back up north here, full with relations here. And we got that third right squad up, full up with the lieutenant here for Pax Ajax. Sturmpioneer, Kuhwagen hightailing out, the Volks is also withdrawing. We got the Schwere Wehrmachtschlepper there for Prabuty, with another Volks squad on the way there, heading for that southern fuel. Troops setting out there. Kuhwagen calls in die, need a repair. Sent secured up north. He got the Volks with the Reichlens down to 2 men. Right squad flanking about here. Truck on the way there for Prabuty, the Schwere Wehrmachtschlepper. Blitzens caught here. Nope, oh wait, what Pax Ajax did, he actually laid down a lot of tank traps around the truck here, and then wired off. In this case, those anti-dust patrolmen is getting kind of caught here by accident, getting a wipe here for Prabuty, but it's an interesting move here. Not something you typically see, but it does mean A, he's getting heavy cover there on the field point, or the car front here, but also in a sense means, like, you know, say his opponent wrecks this piece of heavy cover, there's more heavy cover behind it, so it's definitely not something you see very often here from Pax Ajax, but it's interesting nonetheless. Or perhaps interesting because of that. Either way, ambulance order for Pax Ajax. Men on the 116th Panzerdivision. 5th company there, moving ahead. Or Panzergrenadier company. Kuhwagen pushing southwards here. Truck ready. That'll be the battle headquarters here for Prabuty. Very much standard in the vast majority of Oberkommando West builds, as you do just prefer having healing and just pushing for the Schwere Panzerquarters fairly fast nowadays. There's not really a lot of incentive to go for the mechanized regiment as an Oberkommando West player. So you're typically just, you know, focusing on getting out the Obersoldaten and the Panzers at a faster pace here. There's also probably going to be some Jaegers here for Prabuty. So far though, Pax Ajax and the 3rd Armored Division is finding himself a bit on the back foot here, popping out the medics from the ambulance. Is that intentional? What's going on here? Yeah, he popped back in. Right squad here, flanking on the Volksgrenadier, the pushback. Other squad there being held up by the Americans here with their M1 Garands. Kuhwagen grabbing the southern munitions point here, grabbing the southern victory point. We got so far, oh, there's not a lot going on here. Well, that's about to change. Center there, charging right. The Volksgrenadiers here. Prabuty's men a bit scattered all over the place here against Pax Ajax. partly, of course, to, you know, result in great map control, but it also does mean if Pax Ajax focuses anywhere, Prabuty's men are very quickly withdrawn. And we do get a flak half-track here, 251-17. Also, more popular because, well, it's cheaper than the other two light vehicles from the Mechanized Regiment, but also, you know, packs a fair amount of punch, particularly with Veteran 2. So it does tend to feature more in just Overwatch Command vs. builds. Pax Ajax, meanwhile, with the M20 utility car, more popular against the Overwatch Commanders than, you know, the Wehrmacht. It's worth noting there, by the way, so interesting to see that from Pax Ajax. Cool by taking any damage over the rifleman. Straight for the carpenter with the Lieutenant spearheading the effort there. Rifle Squad being flanked by the Sturmpioneer. We got Mindstone from Pax Ajax being using the Rifle Squad's ability for that. Thumbs up. I don't think we've seen any mines here, though, from Prabuty, so it's not like Pax Ajax is kind of get punished for not, say, having minesweepers out and about. In fact, we got Assault Rifles there for Prabuty's full Grenadier, but there you go. M20 utility car out there. And adding the armored skirts to that one. Last course, the full Grenadier here. Other squad moving about north here. Further north there, Sandbags down here from Pax Ajax. Straight for the car point here, though. Prabuty makes his attempt here. Flak half-track out, the 251-17. M20 going for the northern full Grenadier squad here. And the center of the Rifle Squad is forced back, unable to really withstand that many Germans with that much firepower. Up north, the M20, though, suffers a Panzerfaust to the chassis. Lighting up several cans of stored bacon grease. Though why they're growing about that, who knows. Flak half-track rim to the flak half M20 here. Infantry pushing forwards. We got the full Grenadier supporting. And in theory, a Kubelwagen as well here. Flak half-track that pulls up enough distance here to, you know, safely set up the gun and fire at those Yankees. Reinforcing healing here in the south. Reason's pushing forwards there for freedom and democracy. We do get some Jaegers out here for Prabuty. I'm starting to wonder if he's going to call them in at all. I mean, do actually see some players not even bothering with the Jaegers and simply going for the commander for the sector assault ability. Really highlighting just how powerful it is. But in this case, though, Prabuty did intend to go for some Jaegers. And there you go, he can in fact upgrade one with the G43 marksman rifle. Which is more what it was intended to. I don't think a lot of snipers actually use the G43 themselves. Black half taking the hits from the M20 and its 50 cal. Machine gun. Straight up to the cut-off point there. South here we got Pax Ajax advancing versus Prabuty. And the 116th Panzer Division. Jaegers pushing forwards. They almost got the marksman rifle ready. Turning being blasted by the flak half-track. M20 pushing north to go to the full Grenadier. Pushing them back here. There you go, track sort of slowly, you know, crumbling away there in the face of German firepower. Now again, well, he's got two tank traps, which, you know, can resist much more damage than, you know, a truck. Still, not looking great here for the Lieutenant. He's only forced back. Someone poked the head a bit too far there. Still, again, the tank traps, you know, sort of again served, probably not the intended secondary purpose, but, you know, they did sort of serve as that purpose, just making sure, like, you know, there was heavy cover no matter what there. Brass going suffered here. And we got the captain out here for Pax Ajax. Interesting choice here, not going straight for the major. Guessing he wants anti-tank guns to punch some very large holes into the flak half-track. Of course, there's also the other half of this, which of course is he just gets a captain out. Which of course means he's got another infantry squad can use the supervisor here to push out fast anti-tank gun, which could also very well be within the schemes here of Pax Ajax. And the south squad here caught by the flak half-track, laying down sandbags. Mein Gott, Otto, they're laying down sandbags. Without proper authorization from the Heer's building amt? Ja! Also, why did you switch between English and German into that one? No reason. But there you go, use the captain to advise the tank gun out there. Thumbs up to Pax Ajax. Very nice to see that ability being used there. Of course, I'm sure Prabuty would rather he didn't, but that's another story. Grand Northern Point here, flak up against the Rifle Squad there. Captain going straight for the full Grenadier here. Up close and we heavy cover. The Captain definitely enjoys the advantage, in part because of the Thompson. South we got the Jaegers with the Captain Rifle Squad turning up here. M1 entering, sending up here. Captain down to 4 men, low health here. Flak half-track course remains a potent threat to enemy infantry and light vehicles, of course. Anti-tank guns remain a very potent threat. So flak half-tracks. Kubelwagen tightening out of there as well. Veteran 22 so far. Up north here, Rival Squad push back here. So far fairly active. Use of the flag half track by Prabuty. In the south here, Pax Ajax makes another push for the southern fuel pump once more without approval from the right authorities. German authorities, anyways. 5th car there for Pax Ajax. Leichtes Infanteriegeschütz slowly arriving. Flag half track once more repositioned towards the south here. The 251-17 Ausführung C. There's actually a Model D as well, though, which sort of went for a more simplified design, which is to show, say, small turret with a 2cm flak gun in it, which could possibly hold some infantry in the back, or might even have some infantry running along in it. So, little fun fact there. Though later they will get replaced by the 251-21, which with the flak drilling. Rival Squad in the meanwhile suffering absolute hell there. It's pushed back by the flak half track here. Low health though. Fortunate for Pax Ajax, no casualties here, meaning they can just all be, you know, patched up. Unless, of course, some of the Jaegers kill them off and retreat here. Not much you can do about, you know, death, but as long as they're alive, you know, someone can patch it up. Kuban rushing south towards the fuel point here. Pax Ajax are applying excellent pressure against Prabuty. The anti-tank there definitely forced Prabuty to be a lot more careful with his flak half track. Ramps on the field point here. I imagine Pax Ajax's goal would be to tech up. Of course, going for weapon racks first would also not be a half bad idea there. Getting some BARs and some more bazookas out than just one. Flak half track straight into the Rival Squad there. Veterans one achieved. There you go, Leichte Infanteriegeschütz. Firing off a shot there, landing kind of close. And that Rival Squad is about to get utterly squashed there by the German army if Pax Ajax isn't lucky enough. There we go, wipe, great kill here for Prabuty. It's a very good kill, but there you go, 5th cal to the rescue, at least holds up the Germans from pushing too far ahead for the south. Meanwhile, as all this is happening, Pax Ajax is just busy grabbing points up north using some other unit, I think. Looks like it was the captain. No, not the captain. What was it? Just a Rival Squad. But anyway, just grand points there. While Prabuty's focus on the south here line, Pax Ajax exert really good map control here. So, sharp play there by Pax Ajax. One of the things you always want to keep in mind about is, like, you know, well, if the opponent's, like, all busy in one part of the map, and they say they've got a good chunk of the map elsewhere, maybe you should just push in as well, like dispatch a single unit can more easily afford and just start grabbing points there while they're busy elsewhere. If you can manage it, of course. Even if you can, it's a really good move a lot of the time. There's something to work on. Kettenwerfer Panzerschreck, they're firing at the M20. Kettenwerfer misses, the Panzerschreck does not. Forcing healing here, preparing for the next attack. Still no tech there for Pax Ajax. Prabuty could also, of course, consider soon taking up, but he is going for another light infantry gun. Going for a fairly artillery aggressor approach here versus Pax Ajax. Want to beat him out? I mean, that's an option. A party would probably expected more like a faster tech into some Obersoldaten or an MG-34 here rather than another light infantry gun. That said, 2 light infantry guns is nothing to scoff at either. Definitely not saying it's a bad choice to go for them. They can be quite powerful, but I'm not entirely sure this is the optimal choice right now for Prabuty under current circumstances. But oh well. By the way, that's a fair amount of artillery here, though, for Prabuty and the 116th Panzer Division. They were common in most German divisional types: infantry, Panzer Grenadier, Panzer Divisions, so on there. Though they would slowly start to get replaced by heavier mortars. They did try to come up with some new designs for the Leichte Infanteriegeschütz. That may have involved them also being able to double as packs. Then there's the Pack 50, which is sort of like a shortened Pack 40, which may have also been able to double as artillery as well there. So, little fun fact on that one. Raskort getting changed to the Leichte Infanteriegeschütz. 20 very close to Veteran 3. Duke Prabuty here with the Schwere Panzer Quarters clearly wants to step around here the carve point, but particularly the anti-tank right now is making that a really, really tough move there for Prabuty and the 116th Panzer Division. Raskort in the south being plastered with fire. And if Prabuty I think you should just dispatch some forces north. It's like, he needs, like, somehow see if he can't draw away some of Pax Ajax's attention from the south here and just make some fast and smoother progress. Like saying the Kuvak northwards could be an idea here for Prabuty, but I definitely think something needs to be dispatched northwards here for Prabuty right now versus Pax. Meanwhile, Pax is just falling back here. Not much reason for him to like defend against an incoming German assault there, in particular when most of those forces need reinforcement healing. Got a pack howitzer for Pax Ajax, so he's going for his own light artillery to counter the German light artillery. Fun fact, the German equivalent to the pack howitzer would actually be in the Gebirgsgeschütze, which is actually a lighter infantry Geschütz, but without the gun shield. Basically an even lighter version of that gun. It was apparently might also been used by some of the German Fallschirmjäger units as well there. Fun fact. There you go, a lot of artillery fire back and forth here between Prabuty and Pax Ajax. Two line for guns bombarding the same position can definitely give the Pax Ajax a bit of a hard time, particularly they're bunching up here for a small, narrow piece of terrain they have to go through here. 5th car there's down to 2 men already. Jaegers was the advancing, charging Yankee hordes here. Panzer 6 flying all over the place. Line for guns firing shots at Kedman for getting off a hit on the M20. Still no tech here for Pax Ajax. Definitely a bit of an unusual path here for Pax Ajax in terms of, like, shall I say, the typical American metagame, which typically is much more about, go for, Scots and Jacksons, faster Shermans, not so much lieutenant into captain with a pack howitzer after going for the lieutenant. So it's an interesting path here that Pax Ajax is taking, and does seem to have some effective versus Prabuty. But that said, both of Prabuty's light infantry guns just got wiped there by the pack howitzer. Showing that one is definitely not to be taken lightly. And the pack howitzer did serve in, United States Airborne Divisions, but also the Mountain Infantry Divisions, of which there were a few actually. I believe they actually served in Italy. And his Rascal attending forwards here. Flakcraft right there with the Schwerpunkt quarters backing up, but of course is a formidable source of firepower against any American infantry. Of course, the anti-tank gun is going to be a bit of a persistent threat here. Of course, the light infantry guns could start blasting away at that one. Victor through both of them. Of course, next time he definitely should split them out a bit so the American pack howitzer can't just slam them both into pulp. So on the big point forward to the answer of Pax Ajax once more. 3rd Armored Division here so far, relying heavily on its infantry units. But there you go, Pax Ajax finally taking up. Moving towards the next tier. Black half take at the highly coveted Veteran 2 point there, but gets a fat Veteran 2 bone, a damage bone, but there goes straight into the M1 anti-tank. I need to retreat now, and even then it could be too late here. Yup. One thing to come out of the M1 anti-tank and incoming news 2 for the Americans is that it has a very high rate of fire compared to other anti-tank guns. Meaning, if you still stick around for too long against that one, it can very quickly do a lot of damage. Northfield pumping gravillations do get a Panther 4 mod here for Prabuty. Obviously, no time to stay up for anything bigger here versus Pax Ajax. Line gun being caught in a bad spot again here by Pax Ajax. Could see another wipe on his pack or line gun. That could be very good here for Pax. Light infantry shots here blasting away there, going for that anti-tank gun. If you can silence it, that will of course be very, very good news for Prabuty and the 116th Panzer Division. There we go, wipe the crew. Looks like he's going to try and crew it while it's still being bombarded by the Germans. A bold move here by Pax Ajax. Could we, wait until the Germans are done shooting at it? No, grab it now. Did manage to get away from that, but, still felt a fair bit risky here for Pax Ajax. Major those out. Could go for Sherman. And, of course, he could also try and hold out for Pershing. I mean, he does have good map control, and Prabuty just isn't quite leveraging, any potential advantage as well as he could. He's not also trying to, play around Pax Ajax. He's not, say, heading around the fuel point here north, so this could technically work out for Pax Ajax. It's still fairly risky, and they could backfire on him, no mistake, but there's certainly, I think, also enough, potentially it could kind of work out there. Pack hard, they're about to get wiped with the German line guns. There we go. Decrewed. And Lost the Kuvan in the south. The amount of blow there to Prabuty's Panther also heavily damaged here. But still, recruiting the pack cards is a nice little win here for Prabuty versus Pax Ajax. Captain there almost wiped out in the south. Panther 4 moving in, looking to perhaps finish off the survivor there. Looks like he gets away. Need to pull that back for repairs though. 10 kills. 3 kills now, both veterans to 1 now. Almost got the 5th kill again there. 11 kills, very close, 52 here. North here, we can see these just basic ground with the variations. Again, there's no real response here from Prabuty to any of this. Again, the north side of the map very much remains all Pax Ajax right up to the doorstep of Prabuty. Again, highlighting here that Prabuty is suffering a bit from tunnelation, in part because of what Pax Ajax is applying in terms of like heavy pressure. In this case, he also gets the Panther 4 knocked out. That's a huge blow to Prabuty. So once Pax Ajax going to hit him with probably again a Pershing here in the next few moments. Need to salvage the flak half-track and possibly the Panther 4 as well here, but at least the flak half-track for fuel. He needs as much resource as he can here versus Pax Ajax. Line of pack cards are wiped out again. Virtue 2 then the light Infantergeschütz. Some orbital line could of course also be a very good investment here for Prabuty if we could find the time. But again, there is a lot of sheer pressure here from Pax Ajax. Though again, the way Prabuty is responding to it by just feeding men into the meat grinder isn't exactly making it easier for Prabuty to, like, you know, turn this around. Light guns being held back here for some reinforcements and healing. Very low on health there. Very sensible move there by Prabuty, honestly. Also the M20 here, we got ace level 21 kills. Light Infantergeschütz being hauled to the front line again. Note the Germans had a larger version of this known as the Schwerer Infantergeschütz, which was a 15 centimeter gun. The Germans would use those a lot for more self-propelled versions as well, like the Grille or the Sturmpanzer 2, amongst other tools there. Line of gun there being hit by the Ralph Squad with the BARs that I came up in the M20. Really impressive work keeping that one alive for so long, by the way, by Pax Ajax. Line gun, the Ralph Squad, line of gun's about to get wiped out again. Almost got the Ralph Squad there in the south, making moving forwards here. Schwerer Panther Quarter certainly dinged up a bit here. Finally some pressure on the north once more from Prabuty, an attempt to, like, you know, move around Pax Ajax main force. This is also where I really feel like, you know, if an MG34 for Prabuty would be an excellent choice versus Pax Ajax. Like, the way he can just sort of constantly move attack across open ground here, I think is a real good indicator here that, you know, Prabuty really would benefit a lot from the MG34. If he could get his hands on that 50 cal. Got 14 kills, close, second one also close to 82 here. Eventually flee. Captain push back. Jaegers full swing northwards here. Picks up the Schwerer Panzer quarters, closing on another Panther 4. Meanwhile, Pax Ajax easily has the fuel for the Pershing, but manpower-wise, his tactics, of course, again, as you might notice, are similar, also a bit grindery. They're just a bit more successful, but it does mean that he's going to have a bit of a harder time going for that M26 Pershing heavy tank. He could also benefit maybe some other angles of attack, like, you know, for example, when you had all this in north, it means you can very easily, like, just creep up on Prabuty and attack from the north here, for example. We can attack the base, in theory. We can attack through the south here, so in this regard, just constant attacking through here does also make it easier for Prabuty to some degree to defend. But again, it is helping that Prabuty's not bringing machine guns to make the job easier. Back reinforcement healing. Pershing is very close now to for Pax Ajax. Panther 4 almost done. Prabuty is definitely in a bit of a tough spot here versus Pax Ajax at the moment. Both line for guns close to at Veteran 29. The other one is actually approaching Veteran 3. And here at the 24-minute mark, Pax Ajax able to call in the Pershing heavy tank, the M26. Smoke deployed, ground the center here. Rolling forward to freedom and democracy. Pershing rolling forwards. Ralph goes to the Sturmpioneer. Hitting the car from, we can see the Again, Prabuty's been getting a lot of success in the north now, where he's actually doing something there. Like sometimes you can gain a lot of success, but just, you know, trying to poke in a slightly different direction than the one you're always just trying to push hard into. And I say this illustrates that very nicely. Like Pax 89 himself being sucked into the south, meaning Prabuty can easily gain a good chunk of the north. Persian holding forts with his 90mm gun. The Persian would, after all, be reclassified as a medium tank. That's a fun fact. Bazooka found entry of the Panther 4 here. Pershing also going for it. Need to disengage that Panther 4 pretty swiftly. Not a great spot to be in. Schwer Panther taking fire. We got artillery caught in as well in here. Pax Ajax just laying it all in here to destroy that Schwer Panther quarters before it, you know, poses more problems for him. We got the line of guns flying away there. Academy being hauled forward. It's not doing great here though for Prabuty. Schwer Panther put here. Could go for that northern field point, and he is. There we go, Schwer Panther calls down, moving in. The Panther 4 thing is a bad call here. Lieutenant is almost wiped out. Close call, but survives the encounter here. Well, one guy survives the encounter, the rest obviously do not. Still, Pax 8 is falling a bit back here in the face of Prabuty's armed forces here. The Panther 4 die, need repairs. And we'll, of course, have to see what he does next. Will it be another Schwer Panther quarters, or will it be a mechanized regiment? Like, the mechanized regiment... either King Tiger Stall is probably one of his better bets. I mean, he could again just build another Schwer Panther quarters and try and go for something there. He could also, I suppose, just go for a lot of Pumas. That's definitely a bit spicy. Old squad then trouble here with the Pershing. 7 kills, very close to one here for Pax Ajax, doing excellent work here against Prabuty. Panther 4 there being fixed up. Schwer Panther quarters could also be salvaged for a bit of fuel there. Would not be surprised by this stage, though, Prabuty setting up for the sector assault here versus Pax Ajax. And Pax Ajax himself could maybe consider supporting his Persian with Shermans or some Scots here. Well, let's say have the merit here versus Prabuty. Panther 4 pushing in and catching them, Trent in the south here. Coming forward, jumping under fire. Line of guns pushing forward. He might even try and bombard his opponent's base, honestly. Yeah, he's trying to get some units inside the base here, hoping that, you know, a lot of Pax Ajax men are still standing back being reinforced. But fortunately for Pax Ajax, most of them already disengaged. And now, on the other hand, the line of guns are suddenly in the potential assault line here, as Pax Ajax is rushing out his base. We also got all victory points control here of Prabuty. Great for him, though that full squad is going to get wiped here. Excellent kill there for Pax Ajax. Certainly only making things tough here for Prabuty. And guns just hammering away there. Raisins there almost wiped out. Eventually freeing one of them. Excellent there. More to the fire there. Panther 4's lost the main gun. Lieutenant pushing forwards. Pershing straight into the Academy. Pretty risky. Panther 4 knocked out. But that said, there's actually a small chance he could lose the Pershing. We've got 2 Academy and now Panther 4's here through the engine block there, leaving the Pershing, quite frankly, in a very bad place. Almost got the Pershing there. One more shot and everything's going on. There goes smoke deployed here with the off-map smoke barrage. Line of gun cleared out. Just keep pushing forward, so they're going to try and get off a Panther 4 against the Pershing. And there goes, it turns the corner, has to slow down enough here for the Fultons to catch up. And there go, the Pershing goes down to Panther Faust. That's it. This did come a bit of a high cost here for Prabuty. Line of gun cleared out again, but also the Kenman got cleared out. How will Pax Ajax respond to this? Shermans? Scots? Who knows? Up north here, maybe growing back some territory there for freedom and democracy. We've got 142 versus 327. German infantry pouring ahead here for Prabuty. Just on the Academy of least attempting to. And he actually used the Jaegers to recruit. Bit expensive there for Prabuty. Quick hand grenade here. Line of gun there just lying about. The other one's being hauled back. Halfway to Veteran 24. Got the Major there moving about in the north. Bit of quiet here as Prabuty's holding back most of his forces there to lick their wounds. He's even deploying a foot squad on fully reinforced here, probably by accident. Straight into the M28. Still alive, by the way. 28 kills. That is a hell of an M28 that just Pax Ajax has been really giving Prabuty a lot of grief with. Center Northern Victory Point falling here to the Americans once more. Pat Cards are still at it. 5 kills off HV2. Need to retreat these guys. Salvaging these two, of course. We got another truck there for Prabuty. Yeah, the odds are starting to look tougher now here for Prabuty. Much tougher. Schwerpunkt is wrecked completely, so no chance of Prabuty salvaging anything out of it. At this point, it sounds to look like Pax Ajax is just going to try and hold out for another Pershing, and considering how things are was going, he could probably pull it off here versus Prabuty. I mean, it's not like Prabuty has any easy way of punishing him for it. You can't, like, say, rush out a lot of tanks to deal with it. You can't rush out a King Tiger, that's for sure. Like, theoretically, I suppose you could just try and go hard on Luxus and Pumas, but even that is gonna be a pretty tall order to, pull off here versus Pax Ajax under current circumstances. He does have the sector assault, but I mean, that would require Pax Ajax positioning everything in one spot for that to be really effective. And he's got good map control there, so obviously most of his forces a bit here and there. Overall, not a great spot to be in for Prabuty and the German army. 116th Panzer Division, the 5th Panzer Grenadier Company has seen significantly better days. 20 there fixed up by the crew there. Schwerer punted calls there. Being set up here for Prabuty. Less than 100 points left here for Prabuty. Versus Pax Ajax 286. Tank traps on the car pond here. Pax Ajax making smart right outside of Prabuty's base there. Bold as bold can get. Totally right outside the base entrance as well there. Pax Ajax is being pretty brazen in the face of Prabuty. He is being as brazen as you can get. Absolute cheek there for sure. We got Prabuty pushing back, and it is in fact another Schwerpunted quarters. It is up now. Of course, they still need to be authorized and still need to resource them for like more tanks, and that's sort of the issue right now that Prabuty is in. Also, that Rav squad here, we got an air support called in here right outside Prabuty or Pax Ajax base here. Going in there hard for Deutschland. Of course, he does need line of sight as they cannot spot for themselves, so a bit limited what they can do. Except for this initial few moments when he called in the act line of sight or something. So you might notice, for example, the 2 anti-aircraft tank aircraft just moving about there a bit. Apparently they do not lead line of sight. Don't forget. Oh well, either way though, it's doing something, but it's not doing too much here for Prabuty in the end. It is not doing too much. There you go, I'm trying to get spotted. You also got the Pershing moving forwards. Aircraft pushed out. Looks like they just all kind of left. Despite the build supposed to be active for like, at least, 20 seconds, not longer than that, more. They just kind of went off. Guess they didn't have enough fuel in their tank. Which is quite, the opposite of what happens with the American ones. The American P-47 strafing run, or Loiter there, typically sticks around for longer than in advertised. Meanwhile, the German one here is, well, shorter than advertised. Oh well. All the way, 44 here versus 286. Not looking great here for Prabuty. Victory points are ticking down fast, and he just doesn't have any, like, significant threat here against the Pershing. And also just really weak map control. And we still got the M20 alive here. 33 kills. It is giving Prabuty a hell of a time. 34 kills. 35. Smoke deployed. Rakem's about to get wiped out here. There you go. 1 down. Second one likely also going to go down in a few moments here to the Pershing. If the M20 doesn't do it. There we go. Wiped out. Pretty much, I think, at this stage, looking like GG here for Prabuty. His odds are very limited here. Pax Ajax stands victorious. There you go. Full squad wiped. It's down to a bit of artillery here, and that's roughly it. Well, some infantry as well, but the infantry is in a pretty horrid state. And I think actually he's left the game at this stage. There you go, GG, game over. A loss for Prabuty, victory for Pax Ajax, a fierce fight here. Ultimately, I feel like Prabuty just suffered a bit of map control again. He just kept ignoring the north. He kind of got suckered into a meat grinder fight here and didn't bring in an MG34 for whatever reasons. I think that was a bit of a mistake there by Prabuty. But also, like, Orbital Darden, and tactically, I think he could have just been more flexible here versus Pax Ajax. So, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment, tell your friends, tell your family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Team. Cheers. Thank you all for watching. I'll talk to you again for another episode. Bye.